Well, I hope the wind isn't going to be too bad on this video. This was published 4 years ago, and it's for right now, what's happening today, this week, next week. So Tad, who lives in New Zealand, has a deep fascination with sacred mathematics, and in particular sacred geometry and its relationship to his other main interest, cosmology. So what he has discovered, and this was 4 years ago, is that this is the time that we are aligning with the galactic plane. So 2012 was a dress rehearsal for what's going on right now. And I am going to put a link to this article in the description. So I thought it interesting that it's connected with Graham Hancock and his fingerprints of the gods. So I have a few notes that I haven't been outside in a couple of days. But we're having stupid notifications here. We're having 85 degrees with 30% humidity, and I would have to say it's an absolutely idyllic day. So we had like really high humidity and high winds and rain and thunder, and you know, we've been through it, and now today, this is the gift. This is the absolute gift. So we're in the time of no time, and it's something I studied for years with the Mayan, all that Mayan calendar stuff. I should have brought something interesting to look at while I talk, but anyway. So what's happening is, well, you know, the Mayans were timekeepers, and they left us clues and plenty of information about, you know, these times. And so we're closing a 26,000 year cycle, and particularly right now, you know, to go between the two great ages, or not the great, I mean, well, we're going into like the fifth world. So we're in that transition part of, you know, going through the four worlds, and now we're going into the fifth world. And the thing of it is, this time we're going vertical. You know, and this alignment with the galactic plane means that as we come around the spiral this time, is that instead of just, you know, hooking up for another trip around the rodeo, this time we're hooking up to go vertical. And it's not us, it's the earth. The earth is ready. The earth is doing it. And I had confirmation of that this morning when I was watching a Patreon from this guy who he and his wife they read earth energies, and they live in Prescott, Arizona, and they took a trip out to Sedona in, I think it was yesterday, and they hadn't been out there until, you know, before the CV. And so what they noticed is that the energies have shifted and moved, and the vortex is now well, they don't know where it's moving, but it's gone. It's not there anymore, and there are jet stream waves of energy that are going towards the vortex. And anyway, it's, you know, there's more information about that than I can really talk about. but I'm not trying to talk about that. So, you know, this was also a Hopi, it's a Hopi glyph about the timelines diverging. And then, what we're dealing with here is chaos magic. And because, you know, it's chaos magic, if you know about it, it's easier to navigate through. So, let me see. Oh yeah, Trump's birthday is on Flag Day, which is Sunday. This is Friday. And, you know, I guess, you know, I kind of knew that from the time that, you know, he's been on the scene and everything. And when I was growing up, we had this childhood friend that was also born on Flag Day. And so it kind of like imprinted in my mind about birthday, Flag Day. You know, Jimmy's birthday was always on Flag Day. So you had that to go with. Well, now it's like, okay, well, you know, our fearless leader is also Flag Day. So he's a Gemini, and I think it's his Mars ascension, is whatever it is, the one that goes with, you know, how everything is transferred onto the planes and energy lines of the Earth. Well, his Mars line runs directly through Washington, D.C., which actually gives him a huge amount of energy. That's why he's able to do what he does. And he's surrounded by sevens. Anyway, we're into a 9 thing right now, and 9 is actually the jump off. We're jumping off to the next level with what's going on with this solstice. So anyway, the solstice, yes, is on Saturday, the 20th, and, you know, traditionally it seems like it was always on the 21st. Which for me was always very significant, because my birthday being on the 22nd, I used to tell people that I was born on the first full day of summer, but I have since found out quite a few interesting things about the astrological point that I was able to enter this realm, and it was very, very well chosen for the trajectory of where I am now. That's all I can say about that. So let me see, another thing, there's one more thing on my list here. Okay, the thing is that all these alignments, you know, plus we have the partial eclipse of the moon, which is last moon and this moon, and then of course the full moon falls on the solstice, partial eclipse, all that. So traditionally, you know, Stonehenge, you know, has its ceremonies, you know, to see the sunrise. Well, because of CV, they can't do it this year. That's all I'm going to say about that. This video is getting too long. Beautiful scene. I can hear birds.